the transition in spend to e-commerce from physical stores is very significant. And for Apple, Logitech pointed out last week there's a billion individuals working remotely and a billion students learning remotely. And I think that that spend has caused an elevation that the slowdown in the economy, as reflected in the very negative GDP in the second quarter, so far that has not negatively impacted Apple or Amazon.
Yeah, clearly not Amazon. I mean, those results just hitting out of the park. But it has had more of an impact, the economic outlook, we should say, when it comes to advertising revenue, particularly for Google and the parent company Alphabet, but also a slowing down at Facebook. How worrying is that, and what do you think happens with the trend from here?
So in your opening remarks, you made two very interesting comments. The first time declining revenue in the history of Google, and the slowest revenue growth for Facebook since its 2012 IPO. So I think the story here is that the more economically sensitive advertising revenue is weak, even in the digital space. Now, what I was curious going into the quarter was this Facebook boycott. Would that break the duopoly that Facebook and Google have in digital advertising? And I would say it negatively impacted Facebook results, but it has not broke the duopoly. You're seeing improvement in Amazon's advertising efforts, but Facebook and Google are still dominant, even though their advertising revenue has slowed, and in the case of Google, contracted.
And Tom, just to wrap up with Alphabet, given that it's the laggard we're seeing in the after hours trade, I mean, do you have a call on the share price from here?
So I definitely think that if you look at the four big tech names, that Alphabet will likely underperform, certainly Amazon and Apple, and also Facebook as well. So Google's in a tough position right now. They're struggling in the cloud versus Amazon and versus Microsoft. So I do think that challenges remain for Google, and of the four, it's likely the most challenged over the next 6 to 12 months.